can join. Okay. Just not here for a minute.
Yep, looks like the practice has gone away.
Okay. I guess we'll get started here with our webinar today. Thank you everybody for joining our webinar. Our series today is about distribution processes from Acumatica. My name is Nirav Shah. I'm the president of AdCirrus ERP. We're a full service ERP partner for Acumatica. We provide implementation, support, and development services for Acumatica. With me today, we have Aiden Wills, who is a business consultant. Aiden, would you mind introducing yourself?
Yeah, so like Nirav said, my name is Aiden Wills. I am a business consultant here with Acumatica ERP. And I'm super excited to sit down today and go over the distribution workflow through Acumatica. I think that there's a lot that can be learned from that. And also, hopefully, I can try and show you guys how Acumatica can alleviate some pain points for your business. So super excited for that.
Very good. Oops, that one is a little bit too far ahead. So about our company, we've completed over hundreds of full cycle ERP implementations in many different industries, such as manufacturing, distribution, professional services. We do have a core focus in manufacturing and distribution. We've implemented in many different distribution environments that have certain requirements, such as 3PL, integrations to other third-party solutions and databases, along with certain verticals. Our team consists of senior level consultants and developers that have shown proven success throughout their careers, meaning they've implemented many times over again in specific industries where they could build on and bring best practices to the implementation. Our jobs as consultants is to always improve our client's current condition. And that might take us through an in-depth analysis of your business, where we are engaged with your team from the C-level all the way down to users on the warehouse floor to understand and pull out any pain points that your users are currently facing day to day. That could be due to disparate systems, where you're using multiple different solutions and really don't have clear visibility of all the departments, unable to see real-time information potentially, can't get true costing for your items. We come in, we'll provide a holistic and organic look at your company to ensure we are providing the best processes and services to our clients. Today, we're going to focus on distribution and how Acumatica could level up your distribution processes for your business. Distribution is, in a very simple sense, moving of inventory from sales to customers. But there's a lot going on within that. If we look at this diagram for the distribution model, we have sales management, we have procurement, which is planning of our sales orders or our demand. How are we going to plan out our supply lines? What is the optimal planning quantities? Are we getting accurate pricing from vendors based on quantity breaks, specific discounts that we should be receiving? When we receive inventory, what does our warehouse management look like? What alerts do we have to keep our team updated of certain activities that need to happen, such as moving inventory to picking areas, or providing a forward look into the purchasing channel to anticipate receipts to clear out certain areas of the warehouse for receipts to come in. To ensure accurate inventory levels. So when we perform our physical inventories, we have a high level of accuracy. That inventory is then sold in various different positions or platforms, such as e-commerce or point of sale systems. And ultimately, all this data is compiled and creates financial effects in your business. Could be shipping a sales order, where you're going to go ahead and credit inventory, debit, maybe ship but not billed, or completing an invoice, where you're going to go ahead and credit revenue, debit cost of goods sold. These are all real-time transactions that happen in the system. Acumatica supports real-time solutions to these different processes to make sure your distribution environment is running as seamlessly as possible, all under a single system. So no more unique separate systems. Everything is handled within one solution. So what does this all mean? It means a digital transformation. A digital transformation is going from a current analog system or disparate systems, as we've been talking about. Coming from Excel to QuickBooks to Google Sheets, all these different departments using different platforms to manage their department, but instead having all these departments now under a single unified set of code, where finance could see how many sales orders are out there, where purchasing could see how much inventory we have out there out in the warehouse floor. So now we're getting into more modern technology to digitize your business. Acumatica is a true cloud ERP hosted completely on the cloud in AWS. With Acumatica, we are future-proofing your business, meaning we could start off with phase one being currently to concentrate on what you do now, where we find efficiencies in certain areas to get you on an integrated platform. Then as you grow and as you see your business with the valuable data that comes out of the ERP system, we could start adding on other areas of modules or other technology stacks within Acumatica. There's no shortage of scalability within Acumatica. You could grow from 3 users all the way to 250 users, all with a single solution without having to worry about outgrowing the solution of Acumatica. Acumatica allows customers to access the system anywhere in the world. You could access it through the web client by simply selecting or typing in your URL or saving it as a favorite and accessing your data anywhere in the world, or your phone. There's an Acumatica app that's very robust and works as your standard web client, where you could see your dashboards, see color coordination, enter in your expenses directly through the Acumatica app. The Acumatica app is supported with iOS, along with Android and Windows type platforms. Taking it one step further, Acumatica also is supported on wearable devices, such as watches, and also to other intelligent speaker devices, such as Amazon Alexa or Google. An example of that is talking to Alexa and saying, Alexa, what is my AR balance today? And Alexa will go look at your AR balance and repeat and basically tell you what the AR balance looks like for that day. A lot of points of information there, a lot of ways to get your data very easily. You're in good hands. And what I mean by that is Acumatica is a tried and proven ERP platform. The verticals that they properly provide services in is construction, manufacturing, retail commerce, services, and wholesale distribution. Now, this is just to name a few, but there's thousands of additional customers out there in each of these different verticals. Wholesale distribution is a very powerful platform and vertical for Acumatica, where it's been tried and thought out to bring out the best practices in the ERP system. At this point, we'll like to go through a product demo. Aiden has put together a very nice demonstration of how Acumatica could be used for a typical distributor such as yourself.
Awesome.
I'll hand over to
Thank you
Aiden.
very much, Nirav. Again, my name is Aiden Wills. I am a business consultant here at Acumatica ERP. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen here. Let's see here. All right. So before I get into the demo, I do just want to give a brief overview of the Acumatica screen that you're seeing here. So on the left here, I have my Acumatica menus. This is going to be how you navigate from screen to screen. These menus are customizable. So let's say that you're an accountant and the only menus that you need are finance and banking. That's no problem. You can set it up so you're only going to see your finance and banking screens. Moving on from that, we have our search bar at the top up here. That way you can bypass your menus and go directly to the screen you desire. So let's say that you want to type in a sales order. You can look up sales order there and go directly to your sales order screen. From these menu items, you can also click on the star next to them, and that's going to favorite your menu items. So from there, you can go into your favorites menu and then quickly and easily pull up your favorite items, if it will load here. Let's see. So yeah, here's my favorites menu right here. As you can see, I just favorited the transactions. Here it is under banking. Another Acumatica feature that I'm really excited about is the dashboards, right? So I'll take you to an example AP clerk dashboard. Dashboards are a fantastic way to quickly and easily see relevant data to the user. Dashboards are highly customizable for the user and their roles. So for this example AP clerk dashboard, you can see that we have a easy to see AP aging graph right here. We can also see that our AP clerk has 8 purchase order receipts to bill and 33 bills to pay. So dashboards are just a great way to kind of improve your workflow and see quick tasks. You can navigate from your most used menus easily from the dashboard. And that's why I love them so much. Now, you can also see at the top here, our company, date and time, and also the user that you're logged in as. So as you can see, I am logged in as an admin. On that note, that does mean that I'm a power user. There are additional security features that will be set up on a user basis just to ensure that they have the correct level of access. So just keep that in mind as I'm going through the screens. I do have a little bit more access than your standard user would have. So I'm going to go to our distribution flow dashboard. And these special flow dashboards can be set up for each different business practices, right? So I'll be highlighting the obviously distribution flow here. And it's going to show us a generalized overview of the distribution flow, or for other examples, you could do an MRP flow, just whatever you set it up as. So each of these pictures you can click on. So if you click on the supplier picture, it will take you to the supplier screen. Warehouse will take you to the warehouse screen, and so on and so forth. So you can see here our flow goes with the customer placing an order into the warehouse. The warehouse is going to pick, pack, and create a shipment for the customer, send it back to the customer. If replenishment or a purchase order needs to be raised, they will go ahead and raise that purchase order to their supplier. Their supplier will ship it back out to them. And then from there, they can, again, pack and create a shipment for their customer. So we are going to go ahead and start out our demo with our salesman, Eric, today. He's taking a phone order from our customer. So I'll go ahead and click on this phone order button here. And that's going to take me to the sales order screen right over here. Now this sales order screen, it's a very powerful screen. There are a lot of different order types that can be accomplished through this screen, such as quotes, transfers, cash sales. There's a lot that you can do from the screen. For the purpose of today, since Eric is taking a order, we'll keep it in sales order. If you'd like to, you can also change the date. And we're going to go ahead and move into our customer. So our customer today is going to be Alta Ace. We will insert that. And later I will be adding a description for what they're ordering. They will be ordering 2 of our Acer laptops. So I will go ahead and add that to our sales order, as well as 2 laptop cases. So I'll type in the laptop cases, just like that. I'll change our quantity to 2 each. And I also want to draw your attention, when I click on the Acer laptop computer, you can see down at the bottom here that we have 330 available to be shipped. Now, contrast that to the laptop case, we don't have any available to be shipped. So we are going to have to utilize replenishment for that. Acumatica has a variety of different replenishment parameters that you can use, such as maximum supply, or I apologize, maximum stock level, minimum stock level, economic buy quantity. To achieve the replenishment today, we will be using a purchase to order replenishment system, which I'll touch on again later. So from here, Eric has done his job. He has added the order into the sales order into the system. He's going to go ahead and save off that sales order. And we're going to move over to our warehouse manager, Jesse. So we will take you to Jesse's dashboard. And again, I just really want to drive this point home. This is a sample warehouse manager dashboard. She can easily see what orders she has to ship, which orders are late. She can see an on-time shipping ratio graph. It's just such a great way to see all of the relevant information at a quick glance. So Jesse's going to go ahead and process the sales order. So we will go into the process order screen. Again, this is another very powerful screen. She can open an order. She can prepare an invoice from the screen, but she's worried about creating a shipment. So she will select create shipment. And this is going to pop up with every sales order that is ready to be created into a shipment. So the only one in our system now is going to be the sales order that we just put in. She can either process every order that pops up in here if she'd like to, or she can go through and hand select each sales order that needs to be created with this checkbox, and she can process just those ones. So it is processing now. As you can see, it has been processed into a shipment. So we will move over to our shipment screen. And we're going to go ahead and open the shipment that was just created. Now, I would also like to show you all that only the laptop has been put on the shipment. And again, the reason for that is we just don't have the laptop case to be shipped. So from here, she can go ahead and confirm the, there's a few things that she has to do before she confirms the shipment. She can go ahead and print out a physical pick list if desired. Acumatica also has handheld functionality, so she can go ahead and send the pick list to the picker's handheld device if she wants. A couple options for that. Not handheld, I apologize. Acumatica also auto selects a box ID for the shipment based on the weight and volume. You can either do it based on only weight, only volume, or both of them. So in this case, Acumatica has selected the medium box for our laptops. So we'll go into shipping. And here we have Acumatica's Shop for Rates button. This button's great because it's going to show you rates from a bunch of local carriers in your area, right? So we clicked on the box, we clicked refresh rates, and this pulls up a bunch of rates from local carriers. So a few of them we can't use, such as FedEx International. That is pretty self-explanatory. We are shipping from within the country, so there's no reason to internationally ship. USPS International, same sort of deal. USPS First Class, it's over the weight limit. But if we scroll down, we can see the different options that we do have available to us. So our customer, they don't need it there in a timely fashion. They're more worried about saving a little bit of money. So If we move over to the right here, we can see the amount that it will cost them, as well as the amount of days that it will be in transit and the delivery date. So the best option for our customer today is going to be FedEx Ground. It is the cheapest option. And like I said, they're not worried about the amount of time it takes to get there. So we will hit OK. And now we can go ahead and confirm our shipment. From there, we can go over to our packages, and you'll see this paper clip with a little sticky note. We can click on that, and that's going to bring us all relevant files to that item. So here we have our shipping label that we can go ahead and print out. Go back here. Jessie can go ahead and now prepare her invoice. So we will prepare that invoice. It's going to take us directly to the invoice screen right over there. Awesome. And then she can go ahead and release the invoice to the customer. All right, that is releasing. So it has been released to the customer. You can configure the system to, automatically email the customer the invoice, or if you'd like, you can go up here and physically print out the invoice. You have a couple options there as well. So now that the customer has received the invoice, it's been about a week, they've come back with their check, and we're going to go to Aaron, who is our AR clerk. So we will go to an example AR clerk dashboard. Again, some great information that Aaron uses on a day-to-day basis. We have the AR aging chart. She does have one unreleased document in prior months, and we have 12 customers exceeding the credit limit. Right now, she's worried about creating the payment, so she will go into payments and applications, and she'll just add a new item for that. Now, this is another very powerful screen. From this screen, obviously, you can do payments. You can also provide refunds, and you can also void the refund if need be. There's a couple things that you can do from this screen. We will go ahead and insert our customer as Alta Ace, and this is going to bring up all of the invoices that Alta Ace has unpaid. So Alta Ace is just going to pay for their laptop today. They sent us a check for $1,026.23. So I will type that into the payment amount. Acumatica does support a lot of different payment methods, some of them being cash, credit card, you can do Fedwire, and other e-commerce payments. There is a lot of options for that as well. So we will select our our invoice that needs to be paid, and we can go ahead and release that. So now Alta Ace has paid for their laptops. Just to kind of double check ourselves, we can go into the financial tabs. We can click on our batch number, and here we can see the double-sided journal entry. So we can see $1,026.23 has been debited to our company checking account, and $1,026.23 has been credited to our AR account. Awesome. Another cool thing that you can do to, again, just kind of double check is you can go to the original sales order, and you can check by line item. So here we have, if we scroll over, we can see that our laptop computers have been completed by this checkbox right over here. All right, awesome. So now Alta Ace has their laptops, but they don't have the laptop cases. So we're going to move over to Andrew, who is our purchasing manager. We'll go to his dashboard here. And here we can see he has 10 open POs, but he's going to go ahead and create a purchase order today. Now you'll see here, because the replenishment was set to purchase to order for the laptop cases, it's going to populate in the create purchase orders screen because it is a purchase order that needs to be created. So he can either, again, process all of his purchase orders, or he can choose to process just a couple of them. So we will process that. That is processing. Awesome. And we can go ahead and remove the hold. And here we can either approve or reject the purchase order. Now, this can be a different workflow if need be. As an admin, I'm just going to go ahead and approve it today. And this can also be automated. So if you are a company that approves all of your purchase orders, or maybe you just approve a certain item class purchase order, you can go ahead and approve and automate that, so they are automatically approved. All right, awesome. So that purchase order has been raised. It has been sent to our supplier. Our supplier has sent us our laptop cases. So we're going to move to Angela at our receiving dock, our receiving clerk example dashboard here. We'll go into her open purchase orders. And here is another cool thing about the dashboards is you can configure them to easily, quickly and easily show what's overdue. Right, so Angela has quite a few overdue items here. She's been slacking a little bit, but we're just worried about the purchase order that we just raised. So we'll go ahead and open that. We can enter our PO receipt. And then we can go ahead and receive and release our purchase receipt. Don't forget to type in your vendor reference number from the packing slip. We will do 3435. That is what our packing slip says. We will release that. Awesome. So now we have the inventory. So next time that Jesse, our warehouse manager, goes to create the shipment, it's going to show up with that sales order again, now that we have the inventory to fulfill that shipment. So we will go ahead and process the shipment, and that's just going to obviously process the laptop cases as the laptops were already sent to the customer. We can see it's processed here, and from here it's really just the same flow that I just demonstrated all over again. So I'll go ahead and do a quick recap of that. But once that shipment has been created, we can move over to the shipment screen. You can also see here that the shipment for just the laptops has been completed. But we'll go ahead and open the new shipment that was just created. Here you can see it's just the laptop cases. Again, it has been given a small box ID. We can go ahead and shop for our rates, refresh our rates. Now today, the customer wants their laptop cases a little bit faster. They're not as worried about the price, but they do want it quite a bit faster than before. So you can actually see here that we have our fastest option is going to be USPS Priority, FedEx Overnight, and FedEx Standard Overnight. So today is Friday, so it's a weekend. So the FedEx Overnight is actually going to be the same amount of time as USPS Priority. And it's going to save them a considerable amount of money to go with Priority. So in the best interest of my customer, I'll go ahead and select USPS Priority. Again, same amount of time, it's just significantly cheaper. And then again, I can go ahead and either print the pick list or send it to my picker's handheld device. So I will confirm that shipment. I will go into my packages and just print out my shipping label. Let's see here. I'll go back into my shipment screen, just like that. And then I can go ahead and prepare my invoice. Once that's prepared, I can release it to the customer. And I have set the system up to automatically email the customer with the invoice. But again, I can print out the invoice manually. I'll move over to our AR clerk. And our AR clerk is going to add a new payment. Put in our customer as Alta Ace. Now, if Alta Ace wanted to pay for both the laptops and the cases at the same time, despite them being on separate shipments, that's no problem. All they would have to do was wait, and our AR clerk would just have to select both of the checkboxes for the laptop cases and the laptops. So that's no problem whatsoever. So they sent us another check for $54.75. So we can release that payment. The laptop cases have now been paid for. Just to kind of double check ourselves, we'll go back into our journal entry. Here we can see our double-sided journal entry. And we can go back into our sales orders. And we can see that the status has now been updated to completed. The customer has received all of their items. We can see on a line level that these lines have both been completed. So the customer has received everything. We have our payment. We're happy. So to just kind of run through the distribution flow one more time. We started with our customer Alta Ace placing an order. Our salesman raised the sales order. The warehouse went ahead, picked, packed, and created a shipment for the laptops to send them back to our customer. They did need to call upon some replenishment for the laptop cases. So they raised a purchase order to our supplier. Our supplier went ahead and shipped us the laptop cases, where our warehouse then yet again picked, packed, and created a shipment for the laptop cases over to the customer. So yeah, that's just a quick distribution workflow. I hope that was able to maybe show you guys how Acumatica can relieve some of the pain points that you all might be experiencing. If you have any questions, by all means, please feel free to put them in the comments, or if you'd like to reach out to Nirav and I, we're always here to help you guys. Please just let's continue the conversation. Nirav will have our information at the end. And without further ado, I want to thank you all for your time and pass it back to Nirav.
Thank you, Aiden. That was a phenomenal demo. Really appreciate thoroughness there in that in the demo that you created. So thank you for that. So continuing on with our webinar. So what are the next steps? The next steps is to continue to educate, continue to show you the power of Acumatica, help bring conversations to the table of things maybe you haven't thought about that you need to think about, or some questions that you have that maybe we could help answer for you. It's just to continue the education process of selecting an ERP system, where we could show you best practices and how other customers might be doing similar tasks or processes in your industry. We want to then review and look at your process. We want to maybe have a short discovery of your business and discuss your pain points and review best practices, and then provide you with the customer-centric demo. So it's a demo that's specifically tailored for your business, where we would possibly look at demoing the solution, Acumatica in this case, with your data, showing you order to cash, both on the AR and AP side, how that will look, allow your team to ask questions and see the system working in your environment. With that being said, I'll leave it open for any questions that we have. And I see we do have a few questions here, Aiden.
Yeah,
The first question we have here is, does Acumatica integrate with small parcel services such as FedEx and UPS, DHL? I think you just went through that. Do you want to talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, definitely. So as you could see, they do, on top of supporting your own customs shipping carriers, Acumatica does have native support for USPS, UPS, FedEx, DHL, really any of those small parcel carriers. So Acumatica can definitely accommodate you on that front.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think, and there's also functionality for LTL carriers. So if that's also a concern for you, we could talk about that to see what type of LTL carriers you're using, who you're using, what type of bill of lading documents you need for your shipments, to ensure that we have the right fit from a shipping standpoint.
Definitely.
The second question here we have is there ability to quickly load vendor catalog items? So we get this all the time, especially if we're in the distribution world. You're working with other vendors, manufacturers, they're coming out with new products, they have catalogs, you want to bring those catalog items in the system, but maybe not officially consider them items yet until you sell them, but just have them ready in essence. And there's vendor catalog functionality that you could load vendor catalogs, you could update pricing for those catalog items, and even update pricing for future changes that are happening. Maybe you got the new price list from vendors that they're provided you with pricing for next year, and you want to load that. So when the system goes ahead and kicks over to next year, you're getting the most accurate pricing from your vendors, right? So there is capability to integrate your vendor catalogs directly back into Acumatica seamlessly, and that's a common step. And there's also functionality for 3PL, 3PL functionality where you need to send order information to your 3PL provider so they could complete the order, ship the order, you're checking inventory, right? And then that the shipment comes back into Acumatica, and then you complete the invoicing side of it. So that's also an option and functionality that's available. I know a lot of distributors are using 3PLs more and more these days. So if that's something that you're interested to do or you're currently doing, we would love to show you how that process works within Acumatica. So great. I think those are the only two questions that we have at the moment. I think with that being said, right, the next steps here, contact us. If there's any questions you have, especially for distribution, Acumatica, ERP in general, we'll love to help you. Again, our firm is built on education. We want to educate our customers, our prospects, to ensure that you're getting the right fit for your business, not only now, but also in the future. It's important that you see that you can grow with a solution like Acumatica. You can reach us by phone. You can find us on our website, or even contact me directly. I'd love to field your calls and jump on a call with you guys to discuss the next steps. We're located in Chicago, Illinois. So we're centrally located and can work through any time zone. I would like to kind of start a poll for everybody. There's a couple questions that I have, if you don't mind to answer. It's really simple, just asking a few questions on how many different systems you use and how many what your current status is for your ERP selection. So I'd love to see the audience members go ahead and answer those questions. If not, then that's fine. But that just kind of helps us with some feedback on where our audience members are. But other than that, I think that we'll conclude the presentation today. So again, I want to thank everybody for taking time out of your busy day to attend our webinar. I hope you found this very informative, and we're here for you. So anything we can do to help you in your ERP journey and help you with Acumatica, we'll love to have that conversation with you. So thank you all for attending.
Thanks everyone for your time.